Pregame.com.
Told you Marco was involved with the big one. It's his best bet this week. It is the matchup between Detroit and Arizona. The Arizona Cardinals getting 6 points, total sitting right around 44 as we speak. Don't want you to give out what you're going to go with yet. I want you to save that for your best bet analysis. But I'll say this for Detroit, 5 straight losses. I have hammered to death the dysfunctional playing, the dysfunctional coaching, the idiotic behavior of some of the players of the Detroit Lions throughout the season, and how Schwartz isn't the kind of coach who can pull them back together and get them to focus on the task at hand, which is to win some freaking football games. The talent on Detroit, they should not be 4-9. This team should be at least 8-5 going into Week 14 right now. They haven't suffered massive injuries as some other teams have, but yet here they are in a terrible spot, but they're laying 6 points against an Arizona team that just got shellacked 58-0 in Seattle. Oh, by the way, the latest news, Ryan Lindley's back under center for the Arizona Cardinals. Lucky Lindley.
Wait a minute. I think they just turned the ball over again. They found one more turnover. Yeah, I mean, what can you say about last week's game for Arizona? And the public's going to overreact looking at one game. And let's face it, I mean, just look at the line. The Detroit Lions are 6-point favorite on the road. Mm-hmm. Should they be 6-point favorites over anybody, anywhere, let alone on the road? Mm-hmm. But, it was bad. The concern when you look at a team like Arizona right now is, did they quit? And you talked about before we went on the air some of the things with Larry Fitzgerald's dad, sending out tweets, which aren't really good, but I have a saying, and it's going to kind of probably start to tip my hand a little bit, but I've said it all along. When you watch football games, no team is ever as bad as their worst performance, or is any team ever as good as their best performance. They're somewhere in the middle. We saw the worst from Arizona last week. I think you're going to see a little bit better performance this week.
Better hope it's their worst if you're an Arizona fan. That's why he made a point, and that's why I started many years ago back in the early to mid-'90s when I started getting serious, developed a habit of making my power ratings a week in advance so I could not react to a team totally falling apart one weekend or having their bust-out game of the year. And when I do that, the Detroit Lions, Steve, are not they're not 6 points better than Arizona in Arizona going into last weekend's 58-0 loss by the Arizona Cardinals, no doubt about it, as far as my ratings are concerned. Monday night's radio show, and here I am talking about Chris Andrews again, but I thought it was a fantastic radio show. That we're going to talk about later. But anyway, I had mentioned to Chris going into the show how I've always liked to look at these teams that get blown out in the NFL, look at them playing on them the next week. And so he did the research on it. NFL teams that lost by 30 or more are 152 and 114, 57% against the spread the next game. If they lost by at least 35 points, they're even better, 68 and 46, 60% against the spread. And now they're getting 6 points from stumbling, bumbling, dysfunctional Detroit.
Oh, I thought we were going to bet more on the Houston Texans. Well, it was certainly, this game reminds me for some of the older people like me, there was in the 80s, the Bengals beat the Houston Oilers 61-3.
Right.
And they kicked a field goal with 30 seconds to play. And so that this game in Seattle, obviously, there's some background noise here. Here's a coach that doesn't like the other team. But they asked Sam Wyche back then on the Bengals, why did you kick a field goal up 58-3? To which he responded, I was not confident we could get it in the end zone. Not enough time.
Marco, we've dissected this one as much as we can. Let's get your best bet.
All right. Despite the rumors, I'm not being checked into a mental clinic when we're done with this video.
Not for this reason.
But I'm going to take the Arizona Cardinals. And, guys, this is simple. I don't want any parts of the Detroit Lions. This is a team that was supposed to be a playoff team. They have lost their last 5 games in a row. They've had leads in the last 4 games. 3 of the last 4 games, they had leads with 2 minutes to play in the game and found ways to lose the games. This is a team I don't want any part of. They played good last week for 3/4 of the game. Yeah, it was against the Green Bay Packers, a division rival, and it was on national TV. there isn't going to be anybody see this game this week. There's no reason to play. No motivation. Second game in a row on the road. They're going to mail it in. Arizona was embarrassed. As bad as they played, nobody likes to be embarrassed. You know you're going to get your best effort out of Arizona this week. And with the inflated line, I'm going to take the Arizona Cardinals. We're going to take them plus the points. We took an ugly team last week for the best bet and got it with the Jets. We're going to go for 2 in a row. Jets, Arizona. Back-to-back weeks. I'm in bad shape. I'm taking Arizona plus the points.
And I like it. I just told you those stats, by the way, that were terrific going on these teams that get blown out.
Yeah, and this look-ahead line was 3.
Right.
Now it's going to be 7. You're getting 4 points of extra line value. And, Marco, you might think he's stocked up on crazy here. Here's a man who's on a 10-1 run.
Absolutely.
And guess what? A lot of those other 10 wins weren't exactly backing the ultra-elite in the league. So I like it.
Good stuff. By the way, I think he's stocked up for crazy, but it has nothing to do with his football picks, as Fezzik just pointed out, his outstanding run. Anyway, when we come back, if you didn't like the Lions-Cardinals matchup, why don't you get Steve's best bet? That's up next right here at pregame.tv.